Close your eyes and breathe. The night sky stretches above you, vast, endless, and filled with the quiet shimmer of 1,000 worlds. Each star glows like a gentle heartbeat, pulsing in time with your breath. Somewhere beyond the veil of clouds and memory, ancient spirits still wander, keepers of dreams, guardians of stillness, whisperers of peace. Tonight, their story unfolds. It is a story of the cosmos and the soul of starlight and silence, woven into a lullaby as old as creation itself. So let the sound of my voice drift through you like the wind between constellations. Let go of the day. Let the night carry you softly, slowly, endlessly. This is the spirit of the eternal night, a mythic sleep story where dreams and stars become one. The night stretched endless and soft across the heavens, a sea of silver dust and quiet dreams. Stars pulsed faintly like the breathing of ancient gods, and in the great expanse between them drifted the spirit of the sky, older than light, gentler than wind. It had no form, only presence, a calm awareness that moved like mist through constellations and moonlight. Every star it passed carried a memory of worlds born, of hearts that once prayed to the dark above. The spirit listened to them all. It was the keeper of quiet things the size of sleepers. The wishes whispered to falling stars, the echoes of voices lost to time, to night. The spirit felt the balance of the cosmos shift, a ripple across the veil of dream. Far beyond the constellations, a plain of forgotten lights stirred, trembling softly in its slumber. The spirit drifted closer, gliding through ribbons of starlight that sang in tones too soft for mortals to hear. It reached the edge of the astral plane, where dream and reality touched, and the borders shimmered like glass beneath moonlight. Here, every thought became form, every memory became mist. The spirit entered, its essence unfolding into soft waves of color, indigo, violet, and the faintest shade of dawn gold. Within this plane floated countless other beings, lights without names, each carrying a dream from a sleeping soul below. Some dreams flickered like candles, others burned like suns. The spirit moved among them, soothing their edges, calming the wild ones that spun too fast. It whispered peace into them, and they slowed, spiraling softly into balance from far away. A new sound reached through the stillness, faint, trembling, human, a dream adrift. The spirit turned toward it, and the light around it deepened. The sound became clearer, a heartbeat, slow but unsteady, pulsing through the cosmic quiet. It was the dream of a mortal who had wandered too far into the night, a traveler of thought, lost between worlds. The spirit gathered the dream, cradling it within its endless calm. Through the dream's veil, the spirit saw a flicker of earth, a child asleep beneath an open sky, clutching a small telescope beside them. They had fallen asleep waiting for a shooting star. The spirit smiled, or the celestial version of smiling, and sent a single trail of starlight arcing across the sky above the child. The child's dream steadied, turning from restless motion to peaceful drift. The spirit lingered, watching the starlight fade until only quiet remained. The plains of the cosmos glowed faintly, alive with sleeping dreams. The spirit continued its endless drift, deeper into the folds of eternity, where new planes waited, some made of memory, others of light, and one where even time dared not breathe. It had no destination, only purpose to carry peace through the endless night. And in that purpose, the universe slept. Beyond the veil of the first realm, the spirit drifted into deeper shadow, not darkness as mortals knew it, but a soft, endless dusk, where the light of forgotten suns floated like embers upon still water. These were the remnants of stars that had once burned with divine purpose. Guardians of old worlds, now long gone. Their fire had faded, yet their warmth lingered like memory, casting faint halos that shimmered across the endless horizon of night. The spirit slowed as it entered this plane, its own light dimming in reverence. Here, silence was sacred. Every mote of golden dust that drifted past carried a whisper of what once was a world that had lived, breathed, dreamed, and then gone quiet. The spirit felt the sorrow in these remnants, but it did not weep, for sorrow too was a part of the cosmos as ancient as creation itself. As it moved through the dim glow, the spirit sensed another presence. From the heart of a dying sun came a figure vast and luminous, its body woven from the last light of a star. It was one of the elder flames, being older than time, whose duty had once been to light the skies of new worlds. Now its fire burned low, sustained only by the dreams of those who still looked up at the night. Spirit of the sky, the flame whispered, its voice like the crackle of distant fire. Why do you wander so deep into the silence? The spirit replied, not with words, but with thought. A wave of calm that rippled through the air. It spoke of the dream it had guided, of the sleeping child and the wish carried upon a falling star. The elder flame listened, its dying light flickering brighter for a moment. Mortals still dream, it murmured, even when they forget our names. The spirit's presence shimmered gently. A silent yes. It moved closer, and the two lights mingled, flame and starlight, weaving together like breath and wind. For a moment, the fading sun shone brighter, its warmth spreading through the plain. The lost embers stirred, glowing softly as though remembering what it felt like to live. The spirit extended its calm into the heart of the elder flame, not to reignite it, but to bring peace. The flame's light steadied, no longer flickering with struggle, but glowing with acceptance. Go, said the flame at last, its tone soft as ash. Carry the calm where I no longer can. When the last sun sleeps, let it dream in your arms. The spirit lingered a moment longer, its essence filled with quiet reverence. Then it turned, gliding once more into the vast expanse, leaving behind the last spark of a world that had given all its light. As it passed through the veil, the plain of forgotten suns dimmed, not in sorrow but in peace, for even endings were only another form of rest ahead. The spirit saw the shimmer of another realm, silver and fluid, alive with drifting memories. It was said that within that plain, the echoes of lost dreams whispered to one another, weaving forgotten hopes into new constellations. The spirit moved toward it, following the pull of stillness deeper into the cosmic sea, and as it went, the stars behind it hummed a song without sound, a lullaby for the universe itself. The spirit glided onward, leaving behind the dim glow of the dying suns. Before it stretched a realm made not of light or matter, but of echoes. A place where the dreams of countless souls drifted after being forgotten. The air shimmered like breath on glass, and faint whispers wove through the stillness. Fragments of voices that once belonged to mortals, gods and stars alike. Here, time did not flow. It sighed. Every sound, every memory hung suspended, glowing faintly before dissolving into silver mist. The spirit moved through them like a tide through fog, and each echo it touched rippled softly, as if awakening for a heartbeat before fading once more. Some echoes were joyful laughter that rang like chimes in the dark. Others trembled with grief, repeating the same lost words again and again. Don't go. I'll remember you. Wake me when it's over. The spirit felt their ache, but not as sorrow. To it, every echo was sacred, a note in the endless music of being. The spirit drifted deeper. The mist grew thick with sound. A shape began to form, faint, translucent, woven from hundreds of intertwined whispers. It was another celestial being, though smaller than the spirit, fragile, pale, and flickering. This was the Keeper of Echoes, an ancient remnant of thought whose duty was to collect what the living world forgot. When it spoke, its voice sounded like 1,000 dreams sighing together. Wanderer of the sky, why do you tread the quiet paths between planes? The spirit's answer came in stillness, an emanation of calm, like a ripple through starlight. It spoke of the mortal dream it had saved, of the child beneath the telescope, and of the elder flame who had finally found peace. The keeper's shape flickered. You bring stillness to what trembles, it whispered. Few remember that peace is a kind of light. The spirit circled the keeper gently, its glow softening the sharp edges of the mist. All around them, the echoes began to align, no longer chaotic, but forming faint constellations across the air, glowing in rhythmic harmony. Forgotten laughter turned to melody, grief to lullaby. The lost became beautiful again. The keeper's eyes shimmered, or what passed for eyes, and it reached out, its essence trembling. I have gathered echoes since the first dream was spoken, yet never have I known one who could calm them. Stay, teach them to sleep. The spirit's presence shimmered once more, a promise and a farewell woven together. It could not remain, for there were still restless plains ahead, still hearts that needed quiet beyond the stars before it left. The spirit sent a single pulse of light through the realm, gentle, endless, serene. The echo plane hushed. The whispers slowed, then blended into a soft, eternal hum. The keeper bowed its flickering head. When the last dream fades, I will remember this peace. The spirit drifted upward again, ascending through layers of mist that glowed like dawn through smoke. Above, a faint horizon shimmered, a realm so distant that even gods spoke of it only in silence. It was the celestial bridge where all planes touched, light, dream time, and thought woven into one. The spirit moved toward it, unhurried, ageless, and kind. Behind it, the echoes slept, and for the first time since the beginning of all things, the realm of forgotten dreams rested. Above the echo planes stretched a boundless veil of light, not bright but soft, the kind of glow that came before dawn. The spirit rose toward it, gliding through calm layers of silver air until the world unfolded into something vast and sacred. This was the celestial bridge, the place where every plane met, where dream touched matter, where memory became light. It was not a bridge in the way mortals understood, but an infinite crossing woven from sound, color, and breath. Beneath it, the cosmos shimmered like an ocean of galaxies. Above, endless threads of gold arched into nothingness, pulsing gently like the veins of a living sky. The spirit hovered in stillness, feeling the hum of the universe flow through it. Countless worlds dreaming, sleeping and waking, each heartbeat connected through this quiet nexus here. The spirit could sense everything. The laughter of rivers, the sighs of dying stars, the pulse of a single mortal heart trembling in sleep. It was a symphony of being vast, harmonious, eternal. Yet even in all that beauty, something faint and fragile stirred. A ripple of imbalance. Subtle but deep. From the far end of the bridge came a shadow, not dark, but hollow, like the absence of sound. It moved slowly, elegant and weightless, its shape ever-changing. When it spoke, it was with the voice of still wind. You have crossed the lower plains, it said. You have soothed the dreaming and calmed the forgotten. Why come to the place where creation itself breathes? The spirit's light pulsed softly, a shimmer that spoke without words. It carried with it the silence of peace, the echo of the dream it had guarded, the warmth of the elder flame, and the harmony of the echo plane. The shadow listened. It was the keeper of balance, an ancient guardian older than stars, the one who watched over the threads that bound all worlds together. Peace is not balance, the keeper murmured. Balance is the space between peace and storm. When one lingers too long, the other begins to fade. The spirit glowed gently in reply, sending a ripple of calm through the bridge. Then let me bring stillness, not forever, only long enough for the storm to rest. The keeper's form shifted, flickering between shadow and light. For a moment, the entire bridge pulsed in time with its thought. Long ago, it said, we lost the art of stillness. Even the stars hurry now. It drifted closer until its shape and the spirit's glow intertwined. Darkness folding into light, shadow meeting calm. Together they formed a pattern across the bridge, spirals of silver and black, night and dawn in equal measure. The threads of creation hummed, their vibration soothing and whole. For that moment, the universe breathed evenly. The keeper stepped back, its tone softening. Go then, spirit. Beyond this bridge lies the realm of origins, the first dream where everything began. Few have entered, none have returned unchanged. The spirit inclined its essence, not in fear, but quiet acceptance. It had walked through every silence, soothed every sorrow. What lay ahead was not an ending, but the beginning of rest. It drifted forward, through the golden threads as the bridge began to fade behind it. The last thing it heard was the keeper's whisper, a promise carried on eternal wind. When creation grows weary, your calm will be the breath it remembers. Then the spirit passed beyond light, beyond sound. Into the deepest stillness of all that ahead waited a vast horizon, colorless. Timeless where the first thought of the cosmos still whispered, the realm of origins. Beyond the celestial bridge, the spirit entered a silence unlike any it had known before. It was not the quiet of still water or sleeping stars, but something purer, the hush that existed before sound, before time, before even light had learned how to shine. Here, in the realm of origins, all things were possible yet unborn. The air shimmered faintly, like the breath of something vast and dreaming. There was no up or down, no boundary, no gravity. Only a deep and endless calm that pulsed like the slow heartbeat of the cosmos. The spirit drifted through it gently, its glows soft as moonlight through mist. Every motion seemed to echo infinitely, rippling outward as though the very fabric of creation responded to its presence. Each ripple left behind faint traces of light, spirals, threads, and gentle shapes, as if thought itself was weaving the first patterns of existence. And then from the stillness came a voice, not a sound, a feeling, a warmth that touched the spirit's essence and spoke in the language of being. You have come far, child of silence. The spirit's glow trembled in awe. Around it, the world began to awaken, fragments of color blooming like petals from nothingness. Golds and blues and faint rose lights spread through the void, forming slow, swirling clouds. From within those clouds emerged shapes, ancient, immense, luminous. They were not gods as mortals would know them, but the first dreamers, beings who had given form to thought, breath to stars, and motion to stillness. The nearest of them turned its vast gaze toward the spirit. Its eyes were galaxies, its breath, the wind that would one day sweep across newborn worlds. You carry the echo of peace, it said. Few remember that peace was the first sound ever heard, the still hum that gave birth to everything that followed. The spirit shimmered, its light deepening, humble yet unafraid. Why have you come here? Asked another, its voice like thunder remembered in sleep. The spirit's answer came not in words, but in the soft pulse of its glow, to understand where calm begins, so that I may carry it where it is lost. The first dreamers watched it in silence. Then, slowly, the air began to move, soft ripples of luminous air, like wind passing through a sea of stars. From those ripples came a sound, faint, harmonic, endless. The same sound that had existed before worlds, before names, before dreams. It was the origin song, the pulse of creation itself. The spirit listened. Every part of its essence resonated with the rhythm. A pulse, so vast and gentle that it could hold both beginning and ending within it. It realized then that peace was not the absence of motion nor the quiet after chaos. It was the center of everything, the still point around which all life turned. The spirit's light deepened to a soft indigo glow. pure and serene. Its form dissolved slightly, spreading through the realm like mist through dawn. In that moment, it remembered that it was not apart from creation, but of it, that every whisper it had heard, every dream it had soothed, every flame it had calmed, all were threads of the same tapestry. The first dreamers spoke together, their voices like the movement of time, then carry it back, bearer of stillness. Let the worlds remember that silence is not the end, but the breath between heartbeats. The spirit bowed, or rather its essence dimmed in reverence. Then, slowly it turned, following the faint pull that led back through the plains. Behind it, the realm of origins shimmered once more, folding back into stillness. As the spirit drifted away, it carried within it the echo of the origin song, soft, infinite, unbreakable. And across every realm it would pass through, from the suns that slept to the dreams that forgot their own light, the song would follow, gentle as the sigh of the first dawn, and for a time, even creation itself seemed to rest. The spirit began its journey homeward, if home could be called the endless flow between the stars. Around it, the realm of origins faded into mist and memory, folding back into the hush that existed before all beginnings. Only the faint hum of the origin song remained, weaving through its essence like a heartbeat made of light. The path before it was not straight. It wound through layers of creation, each one still trembling faintly from the pulse of the first dream. The spirit passed through them with calm purpose, and wherever it drifted, silence deepened. Not empty silence, but the kind that soothed and healed. The first realm it entered was the celestial bridge, the great crossing where all worlds met. The golden threads that had once hummed in balance now shimmered brighter, as though recognizing the note the spirit carried. The keeper of balance emerged again, its form half light, half shadow, and watched as the spirit approached. "You return," it said softly, "and the bridge sings with you." The spirit's glow pulsed gently in greeting. It released a wave of calm, a soft echo of the origin song. The threads that bound the realms quivered and then steadied, their hum deepening into a serene, unified tone. The keeper closed its eyes, and for the first time in all eternity, smiled. "Even the winds within time have quieted," it whispered. "You have brought the first silence home." The spirit lingered a moment longer, then continued its journey. It passed back into the echo plane, where the keeper of echoes still gathered the drifting whispers of lost dreams. But now the realm was different. The mist glowed with silver and violet hues, and the whispers no longer trembled. Instead, they sang softly, blending into the same rhythm that flowed within the spirit's core. The keeper of echoes looked up, its fragile form brightening. "The forgotten now dream again," it said. "You have given them rest." The spirit sent a ripple of gratitude and moved on through light and memory, until the warmth of another plane brushed against it, the fading glow of the forgotten suns here. Where once only dim embers floated, now golden waves rippled across the expanse. The elder flame, who had once flickered toward stillness, now burned softly with renewed grace. Not as fire devours, but as fire comforts. When it spoke, its voice was gentle, a deep murmur of light. "I feel the hum of beginnings within you. Is this what peace sounds like?" The spirit let the origin song flow freely. Its resonance filled the plain like a sunrise. The suns flared, one by one, until the void blushed with golden warmth, and as they burned, the elder flame whispered, "Then the end was never an ending. It was only sleep." The spirit drifted once more, now rising toward the living stars through layers of clouded space and soft gravity, through fields of dust that shimmered with quiet wonder. Below it waited the world of mortals, still dreaming, still fragile, still listening. The spirit felt the pull of that world, the countless hearts beating softly in sleep, the breath of waves, the murmur of leaves, the sighs of those who sought peace without knowing what they longed for. It descended, trailing silver light across the heavens. And as it fell, the origin song spread through the sky like dawn through mist. The stars glowed brighter. The tides slowed their breath. Even the winds seemed to hush, leaning in to listen. Somewhere, far below, a child stirred from sleep beneath an open sky, the same child who once dreamed of starlight. Their eyes fluttered open, and for a moment they thought they saw a shape in the night, vast, luminous, kind. Then the spirit whispered, not in words, but in a feeling, "You are safe. Sleep. The universe dreams with you." The child smiled faintly and drifted back into the soft rhythm of rest. High above, the spirit settled once more among the constellations, its light, steady and serene. It would remain there, unseen but ever present. The pulse of calm that threaded through every dream, every wave, every breath of night. The stars shimmered in unison, 1,000 tiny heartbeats answering the same quiet song, and so the universe slept whole, balanced, eternal. The night had no edges now. It flowed in endless shades of silver and blue, drifting softly between the folds of time, where once there had been boundaries, worlds, realms, and names. There was now only one great quiet. Breathing in rhythm with the stars, the spirit floated at the heart of it, its light woven into the very fabric of the heavens. There was no longer separation between it and the cosmos. It was the night sky now, the shimmer behind the constellations, the hush within the wind, the deep calm that guided every sleeper toward peace. Below, the mortal world turned slowly beneath the blanket of stars. Mountains glowed faintly with frost. Forests whispered lullabies through the branches, and oceans shimmered as though remembering an ancient melody. Every ripple of water, every sigh of wind carried a piece of the origin song. Now reborn as a lullaby for the living, across distant realms, the keepers felt it too. The keeper of balance watched from the celestial bridge, listening to the hum that now never wavered. Its threads gleamed with a light that would never dim again. The keeper of echoes closed its eyes in the silver mist, resting at last as the murmurs of forgotten dreams merged into harmony. And deep within the heart of the elder flame, a quiet warmth pulsed, steady, eternal, no longer lonely, but content. Every being that had ever existed, from the smallest whisper to the greatest god, now shared the same dream. A dream not of power or time or distance, but of stillness. The kind of stillness that holds everything gently without asking it to change. The spirit drifted through that infinite calm, its essence dissolving into the rhythm it had once sought to understand. It did not vanish, rather, it became everywhere at once. In the glow of fireflies, in the hush of snow, in the heartbeat between waves, and when mortals closed their eyes, seeking rest, it was the spirit's soft voice they heard in the darkness. Though they would not know it by name, it would come as a whisper, gentle and warm. You are not lost. You are part of the dream. Rest and let the stars hold you. Clouds moved like drifting thoughts across the sky, and one by one the stars brightened, not as lights in the distance, but as eyes opening within the great sleeper that was the universe itself. The night was alive, but it did not stir. It simply was, silent, whole, and kind. Somewhere on a quiet hill beneath that vast expanse, an old storyteller sat alone, gazing upward. They did not know why tears touched their cheeks, only that the sky felt closer than it ever had before. They whispered into the still air, "Thank you," and the stars shimmered as if smiling back. The spirit's final thought, before all thought became music, was simple. This is not the end. This is the breath between dreams. And with that, the eternal night settled over creation, soft, endless, and filled with light that never needed to burn. The world slept. The stars breathed. And somewhere deep within it all, the spirit continued to sing a song made of peace.